Hi everyone, great to be here again. I recognize I've given a long break. I hope you are doing good today. I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I'm having a good time. I'm going to maybe meet some believers in this country tomorrow. Uh, as we consider the word today, let's open to Ecclesiastes chapter 7. There is something interesting Solomon says here, and this is a book of wisdom and amazing things. It was not written by Solomon while he backslid, while it was written by Solomon after he had backed off, gone down in his walk with God, and then recovered, and he has seen the grace of God in his life. So here is chapter 7, verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make yourself overwise. Why should you destroy yourself? Be not over much wicked, neither be you foolish. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you should take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not your hand. For he that fears God shall come forth of them all. Amazing verses. Something provoking being spoken here. Solomon says, don't be overwise. It seems interesting because what could be overwise? Probably there are some things in life which you can't ever get enough, and wisdom should be one of those. Then why is it that Solomon is talking about not being overwise? I believe there are two extremes possible in Christian life, in people who are following God, in people who are ministering. On one side, like an extreme insensitivity to sin, an extreme lack of sacredness, fear of God, would actually lead to sinful lifestyle, falling into sin. And that's one extreme. That's verse 17 here. But there is another extreme as we walk with God, as we get a comprehension of who He is, as we pray, as we study the Word. And the other extreme is that we may get religious, we may get ritualistic, we may get even self-righteous. So wise, even with biblical wisdom, that we start judging people. We start analyzing every situation, trying to figure out everything in life. That may be also outside the will of God. In my Bible, the author Jodiatis wrote some comments regarding these verses. There are two unique concepts explained in this passage. First, there is the possibility that in doing righteous things, one may become ritualistic, merely going through the formality of religion. In doing so, he or she never takes the truth to heart. In contrast, the wicked find security in their ways, but to continue in them will only result in death and destruction. They see themselves as being able to escape God's wrath, when in reality they are acting foolishly. Some interpret this passage as giving them the right to establish their own standards and rules in their own minds for living life. They do this based on the notion that these verses are teaching that there is danger in having too much substance to one's religious practice. In reality, however, God examines the heart of the individual and knows the motives behind one's actions. God alone knows whether a person is practicing religion in form only or if he or she is sincere. Jesus addressed the Pharisees on this issue. He condemned them for their wrong motives in serving God. He referred to them as white sepulchres, knowing their thoughts. In knowing their thoughts, Christ saw that they sought prestige from their religious positions. The phrase that Solomon used in verse 16, righteous overmatch, adequately describes the Pharisees' vain approach to service to God. Solomon did not write concerning the excessive nature of righteousness, but against the development of a wrong attitude about the service to God. Our walk with God. Christianity is not a religion, it's a relationship. If we have to summarize everything in the Bible, Jesus said the greatest command is to love your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your will, all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourselves. And this is the amazing thing. We are pursuing a relationship with God. It's beyond good and bad. It's beyond right and wrong. It's beyond everything. It's beyond what we do. God is pursuing a relationship with us. God finds us. God has found us, and we have found Christ. And this is the amazing thing. He died on the cross so that the one huge wall between us and God is broken. We can pursue a real relationship with God. And the second one is sin put a wall between man and man, and that has broken. Not based on we being sinless now, but based on the work which Christ has done. We can see each other in finished work. We can pursue a genuine relationship. With whom? Not with inanimate objects, not with names on paper, not with a mass of people. Relationships are individual, unique, real. God has given the question which a gentleman asked Jesus, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? God has given you some people in your lives. They are around you. They are very close to you. You come across them very intimately. You are involved in their lives. They are involved in your lives. We are called to love them with the love of God. That's wisdom. That's holiness. That's sanctification. That's worship. Loving our neighbor with the love of God. Have a great day. God bless you. We'll be back soon again. Thank you.